Are you interested in improving your job outlook and increasing your salary? How can you demonstrate that you are the most qualified candidate for a technical consultant position? Being a technical consultant requires both customer-facing and technical skills. If you're interested in pursuing a career, you can benefit from learning which skills you can develop to excel in this role. Today, we will tell you about some must-have technical consulting skills. Number 9. Strategic thinking. Strategic thinking is a unique combination of the conceptual understanding of a business situation and grasping its practical applications. Consultants need to have an extraordinary perspective on all layers of strategy, from the more abstract, visionary ideas down to the daily business as usual. Much of business consulting is zooming in and out of these layers and finding the points where they're disconnected. This also means being great at observing details that might normally skip over other people's attention. Developing great strategic thinking skills requires you to gain exposure to strategic roles, synthesize broad information, participate in a culture of curiosity, and gather experiences that allow you to identify patterns and connect the dots in novel ways. That's why high potential and leadership development programs often include job rotations, cross-functional projects, and face time with senior leadership. These all accelerate the development of strategic thinking. Number 8. Effective communication. As a consultant, you'll be presenting frameworks and concepts to your clients in real time, either in person or on a call. You'll need to be able to transmit your ideas and interpret data in a way that it's clear and understandable for your audience. Besides presenting your point of view, you'll also need to interview your clients and ask solution-oriented questions that move the case forward. You need to have great listening skills and be able to collaborate effectively with all your stakeholders, often across multiple functions. Communication skills also are important to consultants to avoid misunderstandings. If a client misinterprets the advice of his consultants, the client might make a poor decision that harms his business. As a result, the client could blame the consultant for providing bad advice. It is a consultant's responsibility to communicate precisely to avoid confusion. Consultants are advisors who are paid for their insights. Consultants must be able to communicate their ideas to clients effectively to make their services worthwhile. Communication skills can be just as important to consultants as technical expertise. Number 7. Leadership skills. Your job as a consultant is to drive the conversation forward and keep it productive so that it brings the client closer to their business goals. You need to take bold initiative and steer the discussion in the direction that leads to solutions in the fastest way. If you want to be outstanding in your field, you need to do more than what's expected of you and strive to constantly outperform yourself in terms of the results you can bring to your clients. No one's going to tell you how to conduct a consultation session or what your next step should be, so this profession calls for an entrepreneurial spirit, especially if you work as a self-employed independent consultant. However, employee management is always a lot harder than self-management, as you have to consider more than one personality type. Some of the best solutions for employee management include using software like Monday or Leapsome. Both tools help you plan your own schedule and set goals for you and your team. Plus, their ability to automate tedious tasks allows you to focus more on what you do best, leading a team and consulting. Number 6. Adaptability. On the other side of that relentless drive lies the ability to adapt to unexpected situations. Issues may arise during a client relationship, and a case might go in a very different direction than what you initially expected. Clients sometimes change their minds or make a different decision than what you suggested to them, and you need to accept that. You can't be too invested in a case because at the end of the day, it's their business and they have the right to make the final call and bear the consequences. Adaptability also applies to rapidly changing industry trends. You need to be up to date with where the market is evolving and bring those insights to your clients. What might have worked a few years ago may not be an effective strategy anymore. You need to keep up with the times. Number 5. Analytical skills. No matter how many frameworks, cheat sheets, or strategy models you have up your sleeve, great consulting always comes down to analytical skills. What matters is whether you can deconstruct and categorize information effectively, identify new correlations, and draw conclusions from all of this. Analytical thinking requires you to use critical thinking and logical reasoning. You will need this to run tons of research on and off cases in your industry and to interpret data points that lead to solutions. Though this may sound a bit dry to some people, analytical thinking actually requires creativity too. It's being imaginative that will help you link facts to possible opportunities that can be implemented in the future. Critical thinking is the ability to question preconceived notions, which can help you identify issues or areas for improvement. This skill is valuable at every level of employment because it helps companies evolve beyond traditional practices. Critical thinking is often the first step in the innovation process. For example, a logistics company might have used a certain system for organizing inventory for decades. A new operations manager might question the reasons for using this system. By identifying what the company needs, they can adapt or replace the system with a new one. Number 4. Problem-solving skills. A solution-oriented mindset is the biggest asset of a consultant. At the time you arrive at your first meeting, your clients have likely thought of all the most obvious ways that their issues could be solved, and of course, none of them worked, which is why they hired you. Consulting frameworks will help you map out all facets of a case on the spot and reveal ideas that have not been thought of before. By fleshing out these ideas in detail and drawing a clear comparison between them, you can present solutions to your clients that they can choose from. Number 3. Ability to multitask. Depending on your employer or client list, technology consultants are busy people. You must learn to juggle multiple tasks and projects at once because your clients will want different things after all. You could be writing reports or presenting information to clients, to brainstorming client objectives and how to reach them. Be on your A game. Multitasking helps you save time by allowing you to complete multiple tasks concurrently. For example, you might type notes in a client document while speaking to them on the phone. In that shorter time period, you complete 2 tasks instead at the same time instead of finishing each one separately and spending twice as much time on them. It can save money. Employers often prefer employees with great multitasking abilities because they can delegate more tasks to them, saving on the costs associated with hiring another person. Showing how well you multitask can make you a strong candidate for a position or make you eligible for a promotion or raise in a job you already have. Number 2. Time management. To juggle multiple tasks at once, you need excellent time management skills. Time management is about prioritizing your time effectively so you can get the work done when it's needed. Time management is all about being strategic with your use of time to maximize the likelihood of fulfilling your goals. Of course, our larger and long-term goals are often made of short-term objectives and needs. Powerful managers of time will recognize which objectives are upstream of others and work to fulfill them in an appropriate order. To-do lists enable prioritization. They force you to get things out of your head and down on paper. When you have extra time and are trying to figure out what to do with it, your to-do list system can be referenced. This can help you fill the time you have as productively as possible. Getting Things Done by David Allen is one of the most successful and popular books about productivity of all time. In this book, Allen stresses how long-term, medium-term, short-term, and daily to-do lists can be integrated into a system to help you better manage your time. Number 1. Technically savvy. This is one of the more obvious skills, but technology consulting isn't just about dealing with clients. You must fix the reason they come to you, from repairing computer viruses, designing new systems, to training users with new technology. You need to stay up to date with the latest technologies and trends so that you're ready for anything. To become an IT consultant, it's important to have an in-depth understanding of different operating systems, databases, software applications, and programming languages. Focus on gaining relevant work experience in information management and systems analysis to prepare you to work on larger databases and software programs. As technology advances, make sure you stay informed about important changes by reading industry-related news articles, taking online courses, and networking with other IT professionals. How many of these skills do you think you have? Thanks for watching.